Today we're starting in a comfortable seat, and I want you just to close your eyes. This class is all about meeting our feminine side. And so men, don't shut this off or get up and leave, because guess what? If you have a left side of your body, you too have a feminine side to work on. So getting in touch for a moment with how you feel, doing a body scan. And if you do have some little aches and pains going on, I want you to notice which side of the body they happen to be on. Give me a deep inhale when you're ready. Exhale. I want you to keep your eyes closed and take your focus to the left side of the body. It's begging you to pay attention to it. It's begging you to be nurturing and to remember that we can't constantly be on the go. Everything cannot be constantly about work or checking off a to-do list. There has to be self-compassion and self-love and recognizing those things that we need. Give me another deep breath in. Exhale. And if you can hear that noise off camera, that's my dog Anna. She's licking her paw because that's what she needs right now. So self-care. Let's go ahead and inhale the arms all the way up. Turn the palms outward, exhale them back down. Inhale, open up the palms, take the arms up. The movement of the arms matching the length of your breath. Exhale, arms back down. Give me 3 more, but I don't want to guide you. I want your breath to guide you. When you finish that last one, we're going to inhale the arms all the way back up. Bring the palms together and release them home to our hearts in prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. So as you pause here to set an intention for your practice, I want you to add in something about paying homage to that feminine side of you and commitment to offering yourself that nurturing care on the mat today. When you're done, let's go and release our hands to right on top of the knees. So, have you done something already this morning that was just for you? I came to the mat with my hair wet. I did not want to dry it, and I was like, what the heck? This is how I'm going to nurture myself today? Whatever happens by Shavasana happens. What have you done for yourself so far? Close your eyes and think about that, and then a little gratitude to yourself. If you can't think of anything, perhaps you could think of something to do after we're done with this class. All right, inhale, sit up tall. We're going to create a lovely circle with the upper body. You choose which side you want to go to first. Round it out a little bit as you go back. I want you to make the inhale the coming back up part and circling around, and the exhale is that sweeping down. And when you're ready, you'll switch directions. One more time. As you come back up, round through the spine, let the hands hang on to the knees, lean way back, tuck the chin. Inhale, sit up tall. Stay for the exhale. Inhale the arms up. Turn the palms forward. Let the hands drift down to find the earth in front of you. And we're going to walk our way forward into a fold. So I like to think of the masculine sign as being representing action, and the feminine side representing stillness. And of course, we need a little of both. We need that yin and yang. We need that balance. We can't get from one still pose to another if we don't move. But as we do find our way into the restorative poses or in this fold that you're in right now, I want you to work on settling in. That includes the mind. Now, we can't control the thoughts that pop in and out of the mind. That if that were possible, we'd always choose stillness, right? We'd choose peace. We would choose calm. Acknowledge them, let them move on. And deep breath in here. Big exhale. Then walk the hands back in. I want you to switch the leg that you have in front. Inhale the arms. Turn the palms forward. Arms drift down. Hands will eventually find the ground. Go ahead and just saunter into your fold. Deep breath in. Let it go. And make your way back up. Excellent. We're going to inhale the arms. Exhale that right hand down. Take that side bend to the right. And I want to create a little movement here. So as you exhale, reach. Inhale. Pull back a little bit. Exhale, reach. But keep that left hip down. We're really stretching out that left side area of the ribs and letting the left side of the body know we are paying attention. So breathe in, nurturing inhales. Exhale, stress and worry, frustration. Exhale, fear. And then when you're ready, let's slowly make our way back up. Release the left hand down. Inhale, find your length. Exhale, drop the chin to the collarbone. Pull the shoulders back. Deep inhale. Cleansing exhale. Bring the head back up. Fabulous. Take that right arm up. Exhale to the left. Keep pushing that right hip down. I use the grounding hand to push the hip down. And then we're going to lift back up. Exhale, stretch it out. Keep going. Couple more. And all the way back up. Sit up tall. Exhale, drop the chin. Walk the hands back behind you to find Yoga Mudra. Palms together, interlace the fingers. Remember to start with the shoulders. Draw them in and down. Pull the biceps in towards each other. See if you can straighten out the arms. If the arms don't straighten, you're focusing on pulling the upper arms towards each other. Good job. Deep breath in. As you exhale, release the arms, shake them out, bring the head back to center. All right. So let's start off with our first nurturing pose of a supported child's pose. So if you have a bolster, grab one. If you don't, it's fine. Grab pillows or pile up blankets, whatever makes you happy. All right. You create what you want to. That has to be part of the nurturing side. Me not making decisions for you, you making decisions for what you want and what's best for you on the mat today. So, set up your space. Knees go wide, sitting back on the heels. Pouring the ribs down on top of your prop and closing your eyes. I'll be sharing a few poems with you along the way that lend themselves to our nurturing that feminine side. So this first one says, I'm throwing away all of my masks now to wear only my soul. I think it's about time to get back home. Throwing away all of my masks now to wear only my soul. I think it's about time to get back home. When I read that, I think about those masks as labels. And to me, those kind of hover on the masculine side, right? What is my title at work? What are the other labels I own? Such as mother, father, daughter, son, fixer-upper, whatever those labels are that move us to action. Sometimes, even the labels as compassionate and empathic, those are nurturing words, but when we do not care for ourselves as well, those, to me, shift to the masculine side because we just run out of the compassion and empathy for ourselves. So, picture your masks that you have, and I want you to imagine that you're setting them off to the side of your mat. You can go back and pick them up later, but what I like about this poem is, I'm going to wear only my soul. I think it's time to get back home. Home is in the heart center. Home is the Atman, the true self, right? And I think all of those masks and labels are kind of like, this is such a cliche analogy, but those peeling back the layers of an onion, right? The Atman is inside the heart space, and each layer of the onion, if you will, is a label or mask. One might even say, a lot of those masks we choose. We choose to wear them. And we forget that we can set them aside to honor the soul. And so think about that, because this is how for me, compassion kind of moves to the masculine side. I have a very difficult time leaving my work at work. And I think about it all the time. And that is not nurturing my inner spirit. I have to remember to take off that work mask, set it aside, and come back to, what is it I need? What is it I need beyond wet hair today, right? While you're in child's pose, if you have your head turned to one side, will you go ahead and turn it to the other? So I really want you to honor your Atman in this class. I really want you to honor this idea of coming back home. Because when I am at my most peaceful, my most meditational, if you will, I feel that. I feel like that's home. That is where our soul is meant to be. Everything else is a learning lesson, and we forget part of the lesson is setting that stuff aside. Tapping in, what does your soul want to say to you right now about you being willing to just be at home? All right, give me a fabulous deep breath. Hold it. Let it go. I'm going to gently meander our way back up. Take your time. I'm going to move my props aside. All right, let's come to table, hands and knees. So as you begin to find a very gentle cat-cow here, I want to point out that focusing on the feminine side and nurturing ourselves doesn't always mean being soft. It doesn't mean there isn't a little bit of edge to that nurturing sometimes. For instance, like I already mentioned, to get between restorative poses, we're going to have to be a little bit of work. And sometimes our feminine side has a little bit of fire to it. And that's going to show up in the next poem I read you. But I want to add a little bit of that spark to our cat-cow. So go ahead and tuck the toes. Let's inhale cow, belly sinks, heart lifts, right? Exhale cat. Inhale cow. Now this time, as you exhale to cat, Lift the knees off the mat about an inch. Set the knees down. Inhale, cow. Exhale. As you round a cat, really use the core muscles. Pull the belly button in toward the spine to help lift the knees. Keep going. All right, one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, take it to cat, lift the knees. And then we're gonna slowly push the hips back and take this to downward facing dog, walk it out. Give me 3 fabulous breaths in dog. Nice job. Bring the knees down. Untuck the toes. Take this back to embryo. Arms are going to gently reach behind you. Please have something to rest your forehead on, so grab something if you need it. I love this pose. I was gonna say poem pose. I love this pose because to me, a nurturing pose feels like I've cocooned my heart. And so that's what I like about this. I feel like I'm protecting that Atman. That doesn't mean you love this pose. We're all gonna find that in different poses, right? Especially depending on body parts that might be happy or not so happy. But I want you to feel that cocooning of the heart space. Like, I've got your back. I'm protecting you, and it's peaceful here, and it's still. And again, coming back to that word, this is the soul's home. So we're going to go ahead and reach the arms forward and then walk them to the left. So like twisted child's pose, except we're kind of in twisted embryo. And when you get where you think you need to be, see if you can get the right hand to come over on top of the left hand for just an added stretch on the right side. We're going to walk the hands all the way to the other side. Same thing when you get as far as you think you can go. See if you can get the left hand to rest on top of the right. Okay, let's walk the hands back to center. Pull ourselves up in the table. And then let's grab the bolster or pillow or blanket, whatever you got. And let's bring it in front of us horizontally across the mat. I guess I kind of have it up, in the top third of my mat. So I want to come on down to my stomach. I'm going to use the bolster for my elbows. Come down carefully. This is going to be it's supported sphinx. I want your back to be okay with this. Now, you can always drop down, right? Taking the elbows out wide if that's too much on your back. Just want you to play around with what you need, where what feels good. How does this nurture you today? And then wherever you're at, go ahead and release the arms. Letting the heart rest on the bolster. The head's going to drape over a bit. If you hate that, you should nurture yourself and maybe grab a block or your blanket to rest your head on. It's up to you. And close your eyes. All right, I promised you a poem with a little bit of feminine fire, if you will. This poem is called All I Can Tell You by Alison Millay. All I can tell you is that the women I know are not fiddling with their thumbs. They're not teacup women, little fragile women. The women I know are loud like lightning, crack, boom, loud like thunder, loud like overcome. Like indescribable adversity will not stop us, halt us, slow us. Loud like snap, like applause. Like, do you know who we are? Loud like change, loud like it's time to work, loud like riot, like whisper. Like women that softly, gently yank the closed door off the hinges and say, thank you. Loud, like, just wait until you meet us. That does not have to be solely directed towards women. That is your feminine side saying, I am here. I am here. It reminds me of Maya Angelou's poem about the bird being caged and singing. I am here. Take your focus back to your soul's home, back to the heart. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, this is what I need. Breathing out, so be it. Breathing in, so hum, I am. Letting go of the masks on the exhales, right? I want you to do a body scan. I want you to feel which part of the body is hoping they're involved in the next pose. Which muscle is saying, stretch me? Which muscle is saying, no, I need a restorative moment? I want you to come up with something in your head. All right, you got it? Thinking of something? All right, let's go ahead. Gently make our way up here. I'm gonna get my hands on that bolster to push myself up into the table. And let's just sit back for a moment. You might want your bolster there, you might not, but here's the thing. I asked you to figure out what your body needs right now. How are you gonna nurture yourself? And I set my little timer here while you were thinking about it for 2 minutes. So for the next 2 minutes, until you hear my chimes go off, I want you to do whatever you want to on the mat. And that doesn't mean it can't be something that is work. It's okay, as long as there's a nurturing element to it. If you just want to lay in Shavasana for 2 minutes, honor that. So, on your marks, get set, go, do whatever you want to for the next 2 minutes. Two minutes, we can look at this in 2 different ways. That went really fast. We could also look at it as, I think, well, did you get done what you wanted to? So it doesn't necessarily have to take a lot of our time to nurture ourselves. All right, go ahead and grab a blanket, toss it out behind you, bolster or another blanket or pillows. That's going under the knees, we're laying on back. Now, if you were already there, if this is what you chose to do, you get to stay. All right, close your eyes when you're ready. Are you evenly settled on both shoulder blades? Whenever I lay down on my back, I like to lift my back off the ground, pull the shoulder blades in and down, and then resettle. And then are the hips evenly settled on the earth as well? As you keep those eyes closed or close them now, focus on the breath. Our breath can also be a puzzle piece as to whether we're using our masculine side or the feminine side. I think when we're in a hurry, we're trying to multitask, if that's even possible. We're running around. You can tell by the breath, right? It's short, it's in the chest. You might be panting a little bit. A nurturing breath is going to go all the way down into the lungs. And so I want to switch to 3-part breathing here. because not only is it using the entire lung, it's nurturing, but it also requires you to focus on it. And then I know that you're truly nurturing yourself and not just kind of multitasking with the breath. So 3-part breathing. Inhale into the stomach or the abdomen. Pull the inhale into the mid-ribs, then into the chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and you should feel that belly button pull all the way down, getting rid of the last bit of the exhale. Go ahead. One more cycle of that breath and then let it go. We are going to take the feet up on top of the bolster into Cobbler Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet together, knees go wide. If you need extra props to hold the thighs up, you should add that. Restorative poses to be nurturing should never feel like work. If you are using any of the muscles to hold yourself in place, you know you need more props. Breathing into the hips and the space between the hips. So this is a very nurturing pose, but I feel like having the breath move down into the sacral chakra is important, especially if you struggle with vulnerability. This pose might feel very vulnerable to you. And so nurture yourself with the breath. Keep your focus on the heart and that inner Atman. All right, keeping the left leg where it is, we're going to hug that right knee in towards the heart. Slowly set that right leg back down from where it came, and then hug the left leg in. All right, this time as I let go of the left foot, I'm just going to let the foot settle on top of my bolster. Right ankle up on top of that left thigh. So we're coming into our supine pigeon. And then lift that left foot away from the earth, hug it in when you're ready. Keep pushing the right knee wide. You can use your elbow for that too. Right foot is flexed. We're going to gently let go, set that left foot back down. And then if you want to, let's call this option A right here, where we are. Option B, you can gently let the legs fall to the left. Take it slow. You might even open your arms out for support and see if you can get that right foot to come down. I want you to take it slow because we have that other foot perched up on the bolster. So if you do choose this option and the foot is on the ground, don't let the right knee fall in towards you. Keep it pushing away, straight up towards the ceiling. Lengthen out through the right hip. Good job. Deep breath in. As you exhale, pull the legs back up. If you chose to drop them to the side, right foot is going to find the bolster. Left leg's turn for supine pigeon. Push the knee away, flex the left foot, draw that right leg in when you're ready. You can use the left elbow to push the left knee open. All right, when you're ready, we'll bring the right foot back to the bolster. You decide if you want to stay here or open your arms. I think I'm going to scooch over a little here and gently drop the legs to the right. If that left foot finds the ground, I want you to reestablish alignment by pushing the left knee away from you. Don't let it come in towards the heart and lengthen through the left hip. Nice. All right, inhale. Exhale, the legs back up. Set that left foot down, and then let's stretch the legs back out over the bolster, resting your hands on your abdomen, closing your eyes. Be a deep breath in. Big exhale. And if this is about where you'd like to be for Shavasana, you can stay right here. If there are other props you would like to pull towards you, or you would like to maneuver in a different way, then this would be the time for you to do so. Closing your eyes. Deep breath in. Loud exhale. This poem is called How to Regain Your Soul by William Stafford. Come down Canyon Creek Trail on a summer afternoon, that one place where the valley floor opens out. You will see the white butterflies. Because of the way shadows come off of those vertical rocks in the west, there are shafts of sunlight hitting the river and a deep, long purple gorge straight ahead. Put down your pack. Above, air sighs the pines. It was this way when Rome was clanging, when Troy was being built, when campfires lighted caves. The white butterflies danced by the thousands in the still sunshine. Suddenly, anything could happen to you. Your soul pulls toward the canyon and then shines back through the white wings to be you again. Go find you in Shavasana. your focus to the center of your heart and surround that space with your nurturing breath. And allowing your hands to come to prayer pose right at the heart so that you can feel the thumbs touching your sternum. Prayer pose is a mudra, and it's kind of a commitment. And I want you to kind of create a new intention, perhaps we'll use that word, commitment to yourself, to honor your feminine side and to reach out to it when you know you need nurturing, when you know you are hitting the bottom of the barrel. We should have been focusing on the feminine side way before that, right? So this is a commitment to yourself to return back home, to find your soul, and to set the masks aside. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Cleansing exhale through the mouth. The light in me bows to the light in you. And when I'm in that place in me, and you're in that place in you, we become one. Namaste.